Well, I don't know. You know, I don't think it's a problem. I know that when we have an issue, we deal with it, and it's probably been, you know, through the years, one of the ways guys eliminate themselves from this program. You know, and so, you know, it is. I'm sure a general issue across the country, and what we try to do, number one, is the education about habits and about anything, alcohol, drugs, late nights, what put them all together, and we try to help these guys grow. And you know, if they don't take heed to some of these things like this, like I said, you know, we've got guys right now that are not practicing because of issues like this.
Mike, I couldn't help but notice Scott isn't here today at all. Is that we deal with his comments?
No, he's at a family function in Tacoma.
It's bad timing.
I knew that was going to be. You thought I kicked him off because of his talking, you know, and you know, I know when we see a problem, there are many issues. I think you asked Coach Banker the other day about testing. There are many issues in our state about testing. So, you know, once we can follow the guidelines, we will always test.
Like Creighton kind of implied last season's record was a little bit of a reflection of what he thought. Do you plan on talking to him about what he saw or what he's seen with the team?
Yeah, that's interesting because that's all. You know, if indeed that was the case, that's news to me. So I will talk to him about that. Of course, he was gone before I got back.
Have you ever had a player who was legally allowed to use marijuana for medical reasons, or any kind of issue with that? Because in the state of Oregon, you can't get your phone and stuff like that.
I've never had a player like that, and you might want to check. I don't think the NCAA even allows for that, however. The NCAA is bigger than the states.
Last thing for me about this issue, does this kind of make you want to talk to players more about testing and how the policy works? Because I know, from my standpoint, I think I asked 4 or 5 of your players, do they know the consequences of it? None of them really knew how it works for your policy for the program.
Well, you know, I'm not going to go into the details of where we get there, but it has to be, I guess the best way, Brandon, to describe it, and I don't think this is the exact right term, and so I probably shouldn't even say it, but it's like you have to have reason or probable cause to, and then you've got to prove that, and it has to be documented and written down. So it's you know, I'm just telling you, when we get that issue, we test. And personally, I think if we could test everybody all the time, I would do it.